income stream for them, as there are definitely still a ton of people out there that are willing to pay to see this type of degeneracy.
That's the weirdest part.
But unlike the Island Boys, sometimes we actually find ourselves rooting for a viral star. We hope that they become successful after their 15 minutes are up, like the case of Mason Ramsey, who became a breakout star when a video went viral of him yodeling in the middle of Walmart in...
I'm just gonna put it out there. White people, only white people. What in the hell is yodeling? Why do you yodel? See, as a black man, I was never in the mode to yodel. Like, it never just pop up in a black person's mind. Not mine. But I just want to know from white people in the comments, or, you know, what is yodeling? Thank you. Anyway, let's get back to this video.
Harrisburg, Illinois. The clip racked up tens of millions of views in just a few days, turning the 11-year-old Mason into a worldwide meme. Not only is yodeling kind of objectively hilarious, but a child singing a song that was 70 years old was oddly charming. Because of his viral performance, the original song, Hank Williams' Lovesick Blues, skyrocketed all the way to the 3rd spot on Spotify's Viral 50 chart. Within weeks, Ramsey was sitting across from Ellen DeGeneres, who got him invited to perform at the legendary Grand Ole Opry. From there, he was embraced by thousands of fans while performing at Coachella. Major record labels noticed his potential, and eventually Mason would secure a deal with Atlantic Records and Big Loud. The minute Mason and his family walked into Big Loud, I knew we had to work with him. He is a star, but most importantly, he is a down-to-earth kid who loves country music. The Ramseys are an amazing family from a small...
Now, you know this is going to go left. I know a couple of y'all like, he being mean. This is going to go left. This is not going to continue to be this nice.
Southern Illinois town just like me. We understood them and their goals and simply fell in love with their story and vision. Proving that he wasn't just a meme, his debut single, Famous, secured the #4 spot on the Billboard Hot Country Songs and peaked at number 62 on the Hot 100. But viral memes naturally have an expiration date, and soon Mason Ramsey's 15 minutes of fame were over. When the pandemic hit, it forced Mason to take a step back. However, he used his time away from the spotlight as best as someone could in his position. While his voice was maturing, he focused on refining his talent, writing music, and finding his own sound beyond the yodeling kid in Walmart that made him famous. Mason released 3 EPs that gained over 500 million streams combined and secured hundreds of millions of views on his music videos. By 2024, at 17 years old, he decided it was time to take the next step in his career and release a full-length album titled I'll See You in My Dreams. A song featured on the project called Blue All Over caught a lot of attention through TikTok for its classic old country appeal, and I can confirm it is a beautiful song. Now in 2025, Mason Ramsey recently announced his first major headlining tour that has 15 stops. Mason's rise to fame started almost exactly the same as everyone else in this video, but instead of trying to chase more fleeting viral moments or make some quick cash, he honed in on his craft, worked hard, and simply gave the people...
Well, I respect that, and I think that, see, becoming an internet star is about you, and it's about your structure, and I think it's about your family, really. If you got a good structure, a good tribe, everybody gonna make sure you in good company and everything is leading in the right direction. And then when you don't got good company, then you end up on part 1 or the rest of the people on the video.
Exactly what they wanted: genuine talent and entertainment. This was one of the few times social media made the right person famous.
So you've been injured in a recent car accident and you want to get a major check like this right here. Here's what you're gonna do. Use this app. It's
the only viral kid that didn't switch up after the fame. So while Mason worked hard and focused on genuine entertainment, Bobby Althoff seems to ignore both of those things, as many people are genuinely confused how someone who has done so little has achieved so much success.
That's a fact.
Bobby Althoff started as a mommy TikToker after the pandemic, posting about her pregnancy, marriage, and family dynamics. After posting thousands of videos over a couple of years, she had built up a respectable 3 million followers. However, TikTok wasn't paying the bills, and her marriage wasn't doing too well, so the wholesome family content was about to come to a screeching halt. She said, "I saw this video of a girl talking about how much she made from her podcast, and I think I mentally decided that she made at least $300,000 a year on her podcast alone, and I was like, that's what I need to do next. I need a podcast. Her large following helped her land her first celebrity guest, Rick Glassman, who is a comedian and actor. And in the first podcast, fans got to see Bobby in a totally new light. She was seemingly a socially awkward valley girl, giving off the vibe that she didn't even want to host her own.
I don't even think she's talented. I think y'all be making everybody famous because she's always been a cornball. Like her, I don't like her dry sense of humor, and I think she kind of stole it from this other dude named, I can't remember his name. I'll tell y'all in a minute.
Podcast.
The way your eyes are looking, it seems like
Marco.
you're not listening.
Marco.
I'm listening.
Do you care?
No, I do care. It's just really bad when you sing.
I'm not a singer. I'm just trying to get the story across to you.
Thank you. I hear it. I got it.
In her second podcast, she hosted comedian Funny Marco, who had great comedic chemistry with Bobby.
I feel like I never knew that her second thing was, look, it felt like from this one, she tried to turn into his style. And his style has always been like this. And I think that's really where she got it from.
Marco's comedy style often makes others feel uncomfortable and awkward, so the two were essentially battling it out in an interesting back and forth.
So like, who are you? Like, where'd you?
Who am I?
Yeah.
Is that a serious question? I have more followers than you on TikTok.
Marco's humor combined with Bobby's dryness and innocent personality makes this so hilarious. Highly entertaining. The episode quickly earned nearly 1 million views, and clips of it made the rounds on social media. The mini virality caught the attention of Drake, who followed Bobby on Instagram. I DM'd Drake and asked if he wanted to be on my podcast, and he said yes. He sent me his touring schedule, and I knew that I needed to make it happen fast. So my friend and I flew to Memphis 2 days after the original DM was sent to record the episode. Her podcast with Drake earned 1 million views in the first 24 hours and introduced her to a massive mainstream audience.
Wow.
Drake rarely does interviews, so this one, alongside some random girl while laying in his bed, made people extremely curious.
Am I your type?
I'd do it.
Thank you.
I'm just saying, like, you know.
I flew all the way here
You did. I really do appreciate
on my daughter's
that.
first birthday.
I wasn't going to bring that up.
Mm-hmm.
You missed your daughter's first birthday for
To
this.
be here.
Dark. Regret that you'll never be able to undo.
Yeah.
Horrible parenting.
Kendrick is laughing at this part.
Somewhere safe, and it's not his birthday.
When's his birthday?
What does it matter? It ain't today, honey.
Don't call me honey.
Clips of their awkward interactions flooded TikTok, and overnight, Bobby Althoff became a household name on social media. After the Drake episode, securing high-profile guests became easy. She had on Lil Yachty, Tyga, and even Mark Cuban. Her style of bored, sarcastic humor became her signature, and people seemed to love it. But just 3 weeks after the Drake interview was posted, which now had over 10 million views, it was mysteriously deleted from her page, and he unfollowed her on Instagram, sparking a ton of speculation. While fans were trying to figure out what happened, people were reminded that Bobby skipped her daughter's first birthday to interview Drake, which didn't seem to sit right with people, especially because Bobby used to be a mom-focused TikToker. When Drake calls you a horrible parent, you know you effed up. Rumors also spread that Bobby slept with Drake and divorced her husband just to do the interview, which she vehemently denied. But it is true that she divorced her husband, but the reason her and Drake's relationship soured was never revealed. So many people came to the conclusion that she was nothing more than an industry plant, basically meaning that she didn't organically earn her virality, but rather she was
and that's what there's a lot of industry plans in 2025, you know what I mean? And that's like, they're like, yo, this person is famous. I'm like, for what though? Just because they had like a viral video?
handpicked by people behind the scenes and artificially pushed into the spotlight, using Drake's fame as the catalyst. The main piece of evidence for this theory was that she signed to the WME Talent Agency, one of the biggest talent agencies in the United States, representing a ton of Hollywood figures, including Drake.
Well, you got a great agent, and you got a great agency, and you got great guests.
Regardless if the rumors were true or not, it gave even more of a reason to dislike Bobby, and her comedic style got old very quickly. Listening to her uninterested voice is like nails on a chalkboard, and while most of her interviews she is the one driving the conversation, there were frequent moments where celebrities got tired of her shtick mid-conversation and turned the tables on her.
Damn, I'm trying to get you to play. You lost in the sauce. You ain't shaking my hand. We finna get you to 25 million. You know what I'm saying? Just a little
Have
sprinkle.
a great day
of
offset.
Just a little seasoning.
All right, you can leave now.
This is my hotel. I paid for this motherfucker. You can leave now.
All of her podcasts feel like small talk while waiting for
She's so
something to
corny.
actually happen. It's just simply boring. Ironically, her revealing that she was just playing a character
Hey, if you want to keep working 50, 60 hours a week in a career building wealth for the enemy's plan, just so you could keep holding on to that
actually became worse for her because the little mystique she did have was now completely gone. In an interview on the Women on Top podcast, she explained why she embodies a satirical alter ego on social media, saying, "Being myself doesn't get views. I had to go where the money was." And her playing the character of someone who is bored and uninterested is just not a sustainable style for long-term success. Awkward and cringe humor can work, but in short clips, not hour-long podcasts.
Exactly.
In response to the backlash, she tried to just be more herself, not trying to be so awkward and even remove the dead air moments from the pod. But all that did was reveal that she is just a subpar podcast host who is only doing it for the money. Although her 15 minutes of fame are over, she will likely remain a lingering socialite as long as she is signed to a talent agency that can get her celebrity guests. And on TikTok is where you will still see her fan base praise her for putting in the least amount of effort possible. This story feels all too similar to the Hawk Tuah Girl, with the main difference.
Yeah, this is another person that y'all put. She felt like an industry plant. I could tell that y'all put her in fame too quick. Y'all put her in fame too quick. I thought she was a weirdo.
Being that Bobby didn't outright scam the few people that actually supported her. Walking around drunk in Nashville at 2 a.m., Haley Welsh and her friend Chelsea approached a couple of guys and asked them what they were filming. YouTubers Tim and Dee told them that they do on-the-street interviews where they typically ask about relationships, male and female gender roles, as well as provocative and sometimes raunchy topics. Chelsea asked Dee to make it a spicy one, implying that he should ask a question that might be a little edgy.
Come on, you gotta get a spicy one.
You want a spicy one?
Yeah.
So he did just that, only Megan's friend Haley would jump in and give an answer that would drastically change her life.
You gotta answer this, you got it.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing.
Yo, she's
After
so
having
goofy.
a silly interview, Chelsea and Haley confirmed that they wanted their video to be posted to social media.
Tim and D, what?
Tim and D
I was earlier.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tim and D TV.
All right.
You said we better post that?
Yes.
Okay.
Post it for real.
All right. She said we better post it. So don't come back trying to tell me, hey, take it down. I'm gonna sue you, this, that, the third.
Tim and Dee posted the video to their Instagram account, which had tens of thousands of followers, and the clip immediately went viral, securing 1 million views on the first day and over 5 million views on the second day. The post spread like wildfire, being shared across countless meme pages and pop culture news reporters. The comments read, "She's a national treasure. Keep this woman safe. I'm moving down south. I'm tired of these Northeast women. If she don't Hawk Tuah, I don't want to talk to her." On the surface, Haley appeared to be the stereotypical Southern belle, sweet and charming, complemented by a thick accent. So her describing her raunchy bedroom tactics was a stark contrast. Within days, merch was being sold to capitalize on the viral traffic, but it wasn't until her first interview that we would find out more about the girl behind Hawk Tuah.
I've never seen
this.
What
do you do now? Because now you have management, now you have a team. What are your plans moving forward? Like, do you want to still be the Hawk Tuah Girl, or do you want to, like...
I don't really want that to be like my image.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Hawk Tuah Girl. I don't see that being like my thing. You know? Yeah, I don't want to be known as that.
You made a drunk joke, and the next day you have whole management behind you. This world
It is crazy.
Haley took the typical path of a viral star. She hired management, and they immediately got her as much press as possible, jumping on various podcasts to talk about her rise to fame. She got paid to show up at events and hung out backstage with celebrities. She was being amplified to unimaginable levels, with Rolling Stone calling her a charming Gen Z Dolly Parton who's rightfully becoming America's sweetheart. Keep in mind that Dolly Parton is a generational talent who sold 100 million records in her career. Rolling Stone, of all publications, making that comparison just shows how they will say anything for clicks. And while many people thought that Haley would start an OF to cash in, she decided she wanted to use her fame for good.
Everybody in the comments is saying how I have 15 minutes of fame, and if that's the case, then I'm going to spend it doing something good. Today, we're taking all of this down to the local animal shelter. and donate.
People were convinced they made the right person famous, but most viral stars struggle to earn a consistent income from their newfound fame. So in order to secure a
You found a place of complete focus. You ordered your thoughts. And
sustainable revenue source, she launched the Hawk Tuah podcast, and immediately the jokes came flooding in.
Hawk Tuah.
I've never watched that podcast either. I've never watched it.
Once the whole "I'm just a normal girl whose life changed overnight" story ran its course, she tried to keep viewers engaged by dropping hints that she had a secret lover that she called Pookie, but it just wasn't interesting enough to get people to watch.
Can we go back to what you said? You're dating somebody? Do people know this?
Well, I wouldn't say dating just yet.
Is this Pookie?
It's Pookie.
Shut the heck up.
That's my man.
No, it is.
That is my man.
Officially.
Oh my God.
What if Matt Rife came in and asked you to date him? Would he be your ex-man?
Oh, shit. You're putting me on the spot here.
I'm sorry.
I love you, Matt, but I'm going to have to kick your ass to the curb.
Her comment section was flooded with people sarcastically saying that the podcast was groundbreaking and changed their life. I'm convinced that the only reason why this podcast had decent viewership is because of the massive amount of jokes dedicated to making fun of watching the Hawk Tuah podcast. But perhaps people were being a bit harsh on Haley. Sure, she may have been milking her 15 minutes of fame, but can you blame her? If people wanted to watch hours of her podcast and get to know her, then so be it. It's not like she was harming anyone, right? Wrong, because Haley would make a decision that would officially destroy her career. On December 4th, 2024, in collaboration with the Web3 platform Over Here Limited, Haley launched her own meme coin called Hawk. The coin was marketed as a revolutionary cryptocurrency project.
But like, why would you fall for that? Like, why would you get into crypto with her? And that's like, are you mentally okay? Like, why would you get into crypto with her?
15 minutes of its launch, it hit a $490 million market cap, but then it crashed. It was revealed that 97% of the total supply was initially controlled by just 10 people, leaving only 3% for public buyers. A total of 285 investors took part in the pre-sale, but once trading opened, 30% of them immediately dumped their entire holdings, while another 23% offloaded a portion. This sell-off tanked the token's value by over 90%, while the sellers walked away with an estimated $3 million. After this, Haley posted a statement on Twitter insisting that the team never sold the tokens. Many accused her of rug pulling, which is basically a coordinated sell-off from a small group of investors to make profits while the public loses their entire investment. In short, this was not a revolutionary cryptocurrency project. This was a way to make a quick buck off of her uneducated fans.
That's
YouTuber
crazy.
CoffeeZilla investigated and exposed the coin as a scam.
Who makes the money on the fees? Someone just made over $1 million on fees. Who made it?
First of all, the fees were there with Meteora Pools, and that goes to, yes, the creator, right?
Which is who? Who is the project?
Well, the project is over here, Haley Welch, right? And
how much does Haley Welch own?
This is Haley Welch's project.
Wow.
So she owns all of it.
CoffeeZilla.
Did she just make $1 million on fees on a rug? Who made the money? How much did Haley Welch make of that million, 1.8 million?
It's a foundation.
Hey guys, I hate to interrupt you, Nick. Well, hello there. But anywho, I'm going to go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Multiple lawsuits were filed against the entities behind Hawk, including Over Here Limited and the Tuah the Moon Foundation. These lawsuits alleged unlawful promotion and sale of unregistered securities.
That is crazy.
Welch received an upfront payment of $125,000 to promote the coin to her community, along with 50% of the net trading proceeds after the operating costs paid to the third parties. And she owned 10% of the entire Hawk supply, although she could not sell them for a year. Now, it is possible that Haley did not know which what she was getting into, but ignorance is no excuse for breaking the law. Her 15 minutes of fame are most definitely over, but since her meme coin, she has disappeared from social media, so we'll have to see what she does next. In a world filled...
So that's crazy, man. So that breaks it all down. Those are scammers of the day, man. I want y'all to let me know, what y'all enjoyed about this. I didn't know that she did all of this because I'm not really into crypto, so I never really got into it. Make sure y'all subscribe at the top bell. I got 3 other channels above my head. If you like any of them, make sure you subscribe there too. And I'll see you on the next one. I'm out of here.